Okay, imagine being John Wick. That sounds good for about 5 seconds. Being John Wick is scary. Sure, your clothes are custom made and your reflexes are basically bulletproof, but that's where the privilege ends. Let's talk about what this life really costs you. For starters, you have no peace. None. Not for a second. People don't just text you, they send assassins. A coffee run turns into a knife fight. Walking your dog? Sniper on the roof. There's a $14 million bounty on your head, and it's open season. Everywhere is a battlefield, even the library. Especially the library. You can't even sit down to read a book without someone lunging at you with a silenced pistol or a garrote wire. And the worst part? You earned all of this by trying to retire. That's right, you got out of the life, fell in love, buried your guns in concrete under your house like a responsible adult. You traded blood-soaked nights for quiet mornings with your wife, dreaming of a future that didn't smell like gunpowder. But grief broke you, and somebody killed your dog. Your grief dog, mind you, the last tether to that fleeting peace. And now you're back. Not because you want to be, but because this world won't let you leave. It's like Hotel California with more blood and fewer guitars. You checked out, but the underworld dragged you back in, kicking and screaming. Being John Wick means everyone either wants to kill you, owes you a favor, or is about to betray you. There is no such thing as a genuine relationship. Every handshake comes with a hidden blade. Every smile is a contract waiting to be cashed in. Trust is just a brief pause before the next ambush. The few people who don't want you dead are bound to you by obligation, not affection. The Bowery King? He owes you. Winston? He's playing a long game you can't quite see. Even the memory of your wife, the one pure thing you had, is tainted by the violence that followed her loss. And let's not even talk about sleep. You don't sleep. You rest with one eye open. You dream about the faces of people you've killed and the ones coming to kill you. Your body is a graveyard of broken bones and healed bullet wounds. Your suit is reinforced, sure, but your soul? Worn thin like tissue paper. Every night is a battle against exhaustion, every morning a reminder that rest is a luxury you can't afford. The scars on your body tell a story of survival, but the ones in your mind whisper of a man who's forgotten what it means to live. Also, you're constantly in pain. Physical, emotional, existential. You've lost your wife, your peace, your shot at a normal life. Every time you pick up a weapon, it's just another reminder of what you could have been. A man with a home, a life, maybe a kid, a backyard with a grill. You imagine barbecues on Sundays, the smell of charcoal and laughter, a life where your hands aren't stained with blood. But instead, you've got a kill count so high it requires a spreadsheet. Your hands, once capable of tenderness, are now callous tools of destruction, stained with the lives you've ended. And don't forget the bureaucracy of murder, the high table, the continental, the endless rules of this underworld that everybody follows until they don't. The sheer stress of it is maddening. You kill to follow the rules, then kill because others broke them, and then kill because you broke them. It's an Ouroboros of bullets. You're trapped in a system designed to grind people like you down to dust. The high table looms over everything, a faceless machine that demands loyalty but offers nothing in return. It's a shadowy cabal of untouchable overlords, their identities shrouded in mystery, issuing decrees from some opulent fortress you'll never breach. They send their enforcers, cold, calculating figures like the Adjudicator, to remind you of your place, their words dripping with authority while their eyes betray nothing human. Loyalty to them is a one-way street. They'll demand your blood, your soul, but when you're bleeding out, they won't even send flowers. The Continental is a sanctuary until it's not, a place where even the air feels like it's lying to you. Its grand halls and velvet curtains mask a den of vipers, bellhops who double as informants, bartenders who mix poison with their cocktails, a manager like Winston who plays both savior and executioner. The rules are sacred until they're inconvenient, and when they turn on you, you're excommunicado, cast out like a leper, every safe haven slamming its doors in your face. Every move you make is watched, judged, and punished, a chess game where you're both pawn and prey, forever outmaneuvered by a system that thrives on your suffering. Let's talk logistics too. You never get to eat a full meal. You're always running. Your dog needs walking, but instead you're stabbing someone in the collarbone with a pencil. Your car? Constantly totaled. You probably spend more on replacement muscle cars than most people do on rent in New York. That '69 Mustang you poured your heart into, polishing the chrome, tuning the engine, gets riddled with bullets or flipped into a ditch every other week. You're on a first-name basis with shady mechanics who charge you in gold coins, their greasy hands pocketing your dwindling stash while they smirk at your misfortune. And the suits? Oh, the suits. They're sharp, yes, but they're also a uniform for a war you didn't sign up to fight forever. Every stitch hides a bloodstain, every seam conceals a weapon. Kevlar woven into silk, blades tucked into cuffs, a tailor's masterpiece that costs more than a small house. You're a walking arsenal, but you're also a target. The world sees the suit before it sees the man, and that's by design. A beacon to every killer with a grudge, a signal that screams legend while you're just trying to survive another day. And what about legacy? When you're gone, they'll remember you as a myth, sure. Baba Yaga, the boogeyman who took down the Russian mob with nothing but rage and a toolbox. But nobody will remember the man who just wanted to live in peace, who mourned his wife every day, who buried his weapons not because he was weak, but because he was tired. They'll tell stories of your kills, your impossible feats, how you cleared a room with a single clip, how you turned a library book into a lethal weapon, how you made a pencil the stuff of nightmares in a crowded nightclub. The tales will grow taller with each retelling, whispered in awe by wide-eyed rookies in smoky backrooms, each one adding a new layer to the legend. But they won't mention the quiet moments, the way you sat by her bedside, counting her breaths as the cancer stole her away, your hand trembling as it held hers, memorizing every line of her face. They won't talk about the way you held on to that puppy like it was your last lifeline, its warmth the only thing keeping you from falling apart, its soft whimpers a fragile echo of the love you'd lost. Your name will echo in fear, not love, a ghost story told over whiskey and dark bars, while the real you, the man who dreamed of a simple life, who longed for mornings filled with coffee and laughter, who once believed in a future free of blood, fades into oblivion, erased by the weight of your own myth. So yeah, being John Wick might look cool on a poster, but in reality, it's lonely, painful, exhausting, and unwinnable. You're the most dangerous man alive, Gasol, and the most hunted. You live fast, die hard, and don't even get a pension. The world marvels at your skill, but they don't see the cost. The nights spent stitching your own wounds with a needle and thread, blood dripping onto the bathroom tiles, the pain so familiar it's almost a friend. The days spent running from shadows that multiply with every step, each one a reminder that the bounty on your head grows heavier by the hour. The endless cycle of vengeance that leaves you hollow, a husk animated by fury and loss, your heart a barren wasteland where hope used to grow. You're a machine now, fueled by instinct and adrenaline, but every kill chips away at what's left of your humanity, until you're not sure if you're fighting for justice or just because it's all you know how to do. You're not free. You're not even alive in the way it matters. You're just moving, one headshot at a time, toward an ending you didn't choose in a war you can't escape. The guns, the suits, the mythos, they're all chains, binding you to a life you never wanted to reclaim. And all because somebody killed your dog. A single act of cruelty that unraveled everything, pulling you back into a nightmare you'd fought so hard to leave behind. That's the real tragedy of John Wick. Not the blood you spill, but the life you'll never have. A life stolen not by bullets, but by a world that refuses to let you go. You wanted quiet, a house with a garden, maybe a kid's laughter filling the air, the simple joy of watching your dog chase a ball across the grass. Instead, you're a ghost in your own story, tethered to a cycle of violence that feeds on your pain, your loss, your very existence. Every step you take is a step away from the man you were, the man you could have been, until all that's left is the myth, the monster, the Baba Yaga, and none of the love that made you human. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. No matter what, life is good.